Hi, friends. It's me, G1 with G1 Insights. And just briefly, I wanted to chat with you before I actually get into my weekend or my day. All right. I don't normally do a video on Friday, but this particular issue just kept nagging at me, literally. Like, it just keep nagging at me because I always talk of this is something I always speak of, something I always talk about. And I get a lot of judgments because of it. And I mean, it doesn't phase me one way or the other. I just want to make my business to help people understand the reason why I am more spiritual and not religious, excuse me. Um, a lot of people don't understand the difference between being spiritual and being religious. And when I tell people, some people anyway, I'm not going to say all of you guys because some of you actually do get it, like you do understand, right? But when I tell people that I am spiritual and I'm not religious, the few things that people say is, "Oh, she's a witch. She's going to hell. You don't believe in God." Um, you know, God said every knee shall bow. Like I get a lot of judgment about that. And I'm like, but I don't have to be religious to love God. Like I don't have to be in church every single Sunday to have a relationship with God. Okay. And so I did grow up in a church. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I did grow up in a church. I was raised to pray all day, to go to church at least 3 or 4 times a week. My mom did, and my dad actually, he was a pastor. So I was well raised in a Christian home. But it doesn't mean that I have to stay that way. Okay. And there's no disrespect to anybody beliefs. And again, for those of you who are just catching this, like I'm not trying to convince you that you should not be religious. I'm just explaining why I feel the way that I feel. Okay. Now I'm going to read this to you. I can't turn my camera around, but I want to read something to you because Lauryn Hill said it the best in her song Get Out. You guys have to listen to that song. It's a very deep, deep intellectual song. Everybody know Lauryn Hill was dope, but her message alone in that song talked about a lot of philosophical laws and the law of attraction. It talked a lot about political views and how the government uses politics and religion to use mind control on people. Okay, and I mean, she went a bit deeper into it and she started saying, superstition killed the freedom. Like, I can't sing it like she did, but she killed that song, I'm telling you. So, superstition killed the freedom, okay? Kills the freedom. It was an S on that, okay? And then, I have to also, I have to agree with that. Because I do believe that superstition will kill the freedom. And I also believe that religion is set in place to also kill the freedom of people. Okay, so Wikipedia got this thing going on where they're talking about, and you guys, again, do your own research, okay? But I'm going to read the definition, but I'm going to read you what Wikipedia said. So, religion, in definition, the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power. Did you hear what I just said? The belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. Okay? So, different ideas about relationships between science and religion is like faith, belief, divinity, worship, creed. They have teaching, doctrine, theology. Cool, right? Wikipedia is saying religion is a cultural system of a designated behaviors and practices, morals, worldviews, texts, sanctified places, prophecies, ethics, or organizations that relates humanity to supernatural, transcend. Listen, okay, transcendental, okay, or spiritual elements. Sorry if I said that wrong. My mind is somewhere else. Okay, or spiritual elements. However, there is no scholar census over what precisely constitutes as a religion, but that's bullshit. Okay, all bullshit. It's what it said over here in the definition. It is a belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially of a personal god or gods. Okay, that's it, summed up in one. Okay, Sorry about that. So we also have here, let me go to spirituality, because I really want to break this down. So when people like judging me and saying really, really crude things to me, like I've been hearing it all my life. Oh, you should not pray like that. I always tell people prayer is just a form of your thoughts. You know how I learned that? Being spiritual. Okay. In religion, they don't teach you that prayer is a form of your thoughts. It's all about your belief system, and whatever you believe is now going to come forth. So that again lines up with having faith. So again, even though spirituality plays a huge part in religion, these days most religious cultures do not focus on spirituality. Okay, and I'm going to explain what that means and why. Spirituality, the quality of being concerned, okay, with the human spirit. That means that you are being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. So the shift in priority allows us to embrace our spirituality in a more profound way. So here we go. Wikipedia again, full of shit. The meaning of spirituality has developed and expands over time, and various connotations can be found alongside each other. Okay. And again, with spirituality and religion, you both still do have belief, comfort, reflection, ethics, okay, and awe, right? And again, these are some things that you can look up, guys, so you can have a much more clarity of what I mean. Spirituality, where do I find meaning? That means you are always searching to learn something. You want to connect with the divine source. You want to connect with yourself. You want to take time and get to know others spiritually, so that way you understand on a much deeper level how to understand circumstances or situations. How do I feel connected? Okay. How should I live? Religion does not do that. This is what religion does. What practices, rites, or rituals should I follow? Again, listen, it's a controlling thing. Okay, it tells you what to do, but it never tells you exactly how to really format everything and how you should really live your life to the best of your ability. It does not do that. Religion also talks about what is right and what is wrong. Again, it is a control thing. What is true? What is false? Again, all these things go back to our belief system, my love. So if I have to break this down, guys. I have to, because I'm so sick and tired of people pointing the finger saying, oh, you're gonna go to hell, God doesn't love you. You should listen. When I was a kid, my mom she took me to church all the time, like all the time. Okay. I didn't, since I was a kid, have been in like 4 different religions. I have studied and studied and studied. And the one thing that I found common in all of that is that we all believe in a higher being. We all believe in, that we connect with divine source or energy or God, whatever that is for you. We all believe that if we are connected, right? Because that was one of the first things I talked about, that we will be okay, that our lives will be great. But I'm going to shut all that down for you and tell you right now, it has nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with the all-knowing, that inner part of you that says, okay, I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to try my best to live the best life that I can live. I'm going to try my best to love people unconditionally, because that's another topic for another day, right? But that is something that we strive to learn from and that we grow from, okay? And so with that being said, I am not religious. I am spiritual. I don't believe that I have to be in church every single day just to be in love with God, or to walk in his way, or to follow the spiritual path. We are all spiritual before we are human. And the more we understand that, the better, okay?